I started with putting a 25-foot radius on the front, on the radius dish. And once I got that down and all the edges were touching, I began to start test fitting the kerfing. Start bending it around the lower bout. I found that these little binder clips work really well. And once I got to the cutaway areas, they were a little tight, so I improvised and used my little homemade bender there, a little ghetto bender. That bender right there is actually, just a curling iron, woman's curling iron that I built a form on, and that's with it in place. Once that was all on, I took it down with a chisel and then took it back to the radius dish. That's the top with it all done. All in all, it came out really good for the top. It was simple. It's a fairly shallow radius, 25 foot, so. Just finished scribing a line using a pencil set with this spacer block. This has been lifted up so I can make it even with the radius dish. This is used to scribe right along the radius dish to take the contour. You can see it's kind of came out pretty accurate. I'm pretty happy with the results. After that, I've checked it with the calipers just to see how accurate it was. So 3.99 at the waist. So I'm putting it there to the line. Yep. Now let me go to the other side. Right to the line. And the waist. Focus to the line. So pretty accurate. Pretty happy with it. Good. I'm at 3 1/4 at the neck block and 4 inches at the tail block. I was using this tool. Drilled a hole, a tapered hole, jammed a mechanical pencil in there. That way I can advance it. Scribe the radius of the dish around the edge here, and I'm going to start taking it down to approximately maybe a 1/4 inch close to the chisel just to test fit and see how the scribe was, and I can make adjustments there. I'm just going to use a chisel. See how it goes. Gotta be careful on this side because I got the sound hole right here. So I'm gonna bear down too hard and crush my sound hole. There were some areas where, like this, I couldn't scribe because I had blocks in the way. I'm going to try using just a piece of the kerfing. Kind of bend it to use it as a ruler for. Alright, I'm gonna try using a skew knife. Let's see what happens. Japanese skew knife. Cuts, and I'm gonna come back the other way. Ooh, that's a nice little split. This way. Just took it down with a skew knife, pretty close, probably a 1/4 inch. Close to where it's supposed to be. I'm use the Japanese kana hand plane just to smooth out all these edges and bring it down so we won't have issues on the radius dish. That's as far as I'm going to take it until I cut the end blocks. Alright, I flipped the mold around. I'm doing the treble side with the cutaway. And I'm finding that just using the simple kana plane, it's actually not too bad. It goes fairly quickly. And less risk of slipping and hitting the guitar or hitting my hand. It's coming down pretty. It's fun. Just like the other side, I'm gonna take it down and probably leave a 1/4 of an inch from the line, and then I'm gonna put it on top of the radius dish just to see where I'm at, and if that scribe block actually worked, or if I take it down to the line now, and I was off when I was scribing it, I have a very bad day. Taking very thin shavings. I found that the sapelli, the sides, and the sapelli wood, it's a little difficult to plane in some areas where the grain is a little wild. I find myself going forward and backward trying to figure out which direction of the grain until I kind of figure it out. Like it goes in different directions. Even in one stretch of wood. I don't get it, but alright, I'm going to start with, now I'm going to take the neck block down. Close to it. I'm going to do the same thing, stay 1/4 inch away. Because honestly, I am scared to mess it up. So let's see how it goes. Try to keep the angle. 3 1/4 inches for the neck block, 4, so it kind of tapers off and its water goes to the tailbone. Block. Making sure on blade drift. I'm starting to get too much on that side. positions. Switched it, reclamped it. Work from this angle. Oh, I'm deep. Dang it. All right. I'm not gonna go any further. I'm gonna switch it. See. The blade was kind of, if I continued cutting the way I was from that angle, I would go too far, closer than I'd want. So I'm gonna try to match this up from this side. There goes the neck block. Finish this guy off. See how far that came in. Just shy. Woo. That was a hairy cut. Just barely missed the line. I'm gonna put it on the radius dish. 15-foot radius dish for the back. Take a look. Yeah, not too bad. Block making it rock a bit. Let's just use some passes and see what happens. Pretty good progress right there. I'm starting to hit about almost halfway through. Neck block, you can see the difference right there. I'm almost down to the cutaway on the horn, the support. Everything looks to be pretty good. I'm still locked it down probably, what is that? It's less than a quarter now, it's probably 3/8. Majority of it. We're down to like a 1/16 over here, the waist. Pretty good. And I'm still off in here, so I have a lot more hand work to do. But that's okay. The paper's getting pretty loaded up. But there's the progress. Got just a bit more. It's coming down. Almost there. Tail block is there, but we're still probably 1/8 off where I want to be with the tail block. The sides, pretty good. Neck. What I'm gonna do is vacuum. Back to more. I'm getting a little bit closer here. Boy, am I glad. That line right here, this line is a 90-degree line, and this is the actual radius dish. It's actually the 15-foot radius dishes. Just in this little short section, this is probably a 2-inch neck block, but you can see the angle. If I would have came in a little bit more, I would have been short with the saw. So I'll have to keep that in mind for the next build. Alright, I just profiled the back on the 15-foot radius dish. I got it down to where I want it. Everything's even. I'm installing kerfing now.